You are welcome to the Premier Top 4 Podcast. This is the special Chelsea edition. We are focusing on the Chelsea versus Arsenal match. Aston Villa match. It looks like we are competing with Arsenal, so we needed 3 goals and we scored 3 goals. So this is for Chelsea, and as we've been doing these days, we are going to have a triple upload this weekend. So you guys are going to enjoy. We will have a special for United and then a special for the Liverpool versus Man City match. So watch out for this space. We are going to have everyone's game. So if you are a Manchester United fan, don't worry. You are going to have your video as well. And if you are a Liverpool fan, you're going to have your video as well. So we are going right into the game, and today we are really enjoying as Chelsea fans because the master tactician, the Enzo Maresca, the boss himself, he came up with a different approach, the same principles. You see, that's it's a tactical coach, same principles but different personnel. So how did he go about it? This time around, there was no right back in his starting 11, and I'm sure most Chelsea fans will be happy with that because we were so annoyed with the right back always moving from right back to number 10 position, and it was so annoying. So this time around, he used what Caicedo as a right back in defense, and then what as a double pivot with Lavia in attack. And then so he played Caicedo, Enzo, and Lavia in midfield, and then he played Neto. He benched Madueke. It's as if this guy has been listening to all Chelsea fans. That's how a tactically astute manager does. So he played Neto and then Sancho on the left, and then played Palmer in the pocket, and then in the attack he played the one and only Nicolás Jackson, aka Jackson. So
Jackson.
so yes, so it was immense. And even before we go into it, also, how did you see the starting 11 that Enzo Maresca came up with?
Um, it was a good one. We didn't expect it, although we wanted a little bit of tweak in the formation and change of things. Moving Caicedo to right back was something he was trying to do, and against Aston Villa, it worked perfectly because we had Enzo, Enzo and what's his name, his
Lavia.
Lavia, because he's not been playing so much. It's very hard to Enzo and Lavia doing like sitting right in front of the defense. So when we're defending, it was Caicedo in right back. When we are attacking, it's Caicedo and Lavia in the middle. And then Enzo also advanced to also join the attack to create more spaces in the pocket for the forward players to roll and all that. So it was a good game overall. A lot of people that we wanted them to perform who have gone off for a while, like Palmer and then Madueke, they all came up with good stuff, assisting and scoring. So overall, it's a good game, and getting 3 goals to clutch up, catch up with Arsenal is also good.
Okay. Okay. So let's go right into the game. So when we started the game, Chelsea started dominating as we were expected. And this time around, there's something that I saw is that normally when we press, we press in a more or less like a mid block where we pounce on your mistake when you are passing from the back. But this time around, he went out for full pressing like Klopp. Did you see that? Where there
Yeah,
was a whole lot bunch of players, everyone was in their faces. It was everywhere. Did you see the approach this time around? How did you see it? I
yeah,
think it was risky, but it was worth it.
yeah. It was they were more direct with their passes, especially with Cucurella and Caicedo. Anytime they get the ball, after the one or two passes to the back and there's space in front, they were all attacking, and almost every other player joined the attack. Looking at the Pedro Neto, who also sent in more good crosses, which we need more people to be arriving in the box to also notch it in, because he was doing so well today. So yeah, attacking wise, we were very direct, not like the usual. Let us hold them, let them commit mistakes, and then we pounce on them like you said earlier. So yeah, today was overall it was okay, good attack.
Okay. Okay, so let's describe the first goal. Nicolás Jackson. Take the
bro.
fans through the first goal. Take the fans through the first
Massive,
goal.
massive, massive, massive. It was a good goal by Nicolás Jackson. Emi Martinez didn't see anything. He actually did not see the ball come. He just dived because he knew the ball is going to the first post, and he dived in that direction, but he had no clue where the ball was going. The setup from um what's his name? This guy,
Cucurella.
Sancho to
Sancho to
Cucurella
Cucurella.
was a
Yeah,
very good, and the cutback also sweet. Jackson's left foot was in there, and it was an amazing goal. And it was very good. We actually scored early because it set us up in a very good position, and then it made them come out. Because when we started, they were sitting back. They were all sitting back behind their line. So it was good to have gotten them come out of their shells, and then we continued to exploit spaces. So it was a very good goal, and I'm happy with Yard Jackson. Although in the second half he could have scored more goals, but it is what
yeah.
it is.
So don't worry about Jackson. We are doing a one goal project. So every match we're going to score one. Once he scores, the coach can bench him. Another person can play one goal
Of
project. And there's
course.
one thing that's intriguing about Jackson's statistics that I saw is that he before this match, five of the goals that he has scored, whenever he scored them, it was more or less like the first goal for Chelsea. So it
Oh,
is proven that so this is going to be the sixth time. It's proven that he's so pivotal to Chelsea that he's the one that kicks the team on. Whenever he scores, that's when everyone's spirit rises.
joins
So
joins
so
him.
so he's not just any player. He's so pivotal to Chelsea. Let's continue. So there's one thing that happened that I was not happy about. Today is supposed to be a perfect day, but as Chris that everyone knows, I always find something to, to complain about, and it looks like it's becoming a trend. But unfortunately, we may not have any solution right now in the team. Fofana
Yeah,
made a mistake again that nearly led to a goal. He actually made two mistakes that nearly led, and it's not mistakes that you expect from a pro at his level. I know we
yeah.
always use the excuse of his injury and he's not ready yet and all that, but he nearly cost us two goals now. How do we
That
approach this Fofana situation that we have? Also,
well, it's like I don't know how to put it. There's this adage, like choosing between the devil and the deep blue sea. Either ways, you meet somebody you don't want to meet. So Fofana right now seems to be our guy. He's the one that is making all the good stats in the back. Pairing him with Cole has proven that both of them are very pivotal to our attack. To our defense. And this is not the first time we've said this. In the Bournemouth game, in the other games where he when he misses a pass or he misses a player, he stretches out his leg to commit a foul. He's gotten away with a lot of them. And it was the same thing. The ball that got him injured was a very good ball. I don't know if it's complacency or it's just him just taking his foot off the pedal or he just being amateurish. I honestly cannot explain. The other player that looks very serious to also take this position is Badiashile. But Badiashile, when he's tired, you can see he goes off. He doesn't track players' runs. He just stands. Sometimes he just stands like nothing is at stake, and they just get the ball over him.
and he's
So
left-footed. That's the problem. He's
that's the problem.
left-footed.
That's the
And
problem.
also the other option is Tosin, and Tosin is more like Kowo. He's like
Cowell.
more the one to distribute the ball, the last man in defense. And Disasi, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about Disasi. So it's like we don't have any aggressor, center back who is an aggressor apart from Fofana. And now that he's
Yeah,
injured, I'm really hoping that he's not as in injured in a way that he's going to stay for long. But I hope it's just a blip where he'll come back next. And we have even
yeah.
a match on Wednesday, which is going to be an issue. So I don't know who we are going to use as an aggressor next to Cole. Do we have to go to the market for a centre back in January? I don't know. It's a
Uh,
problem.
it looks like, but if you are going for a center back in the market in January, definitely you have to offload one defender, maybe like at most
Disasi,
or at
I'm
least.
willing to let Disasi
Yeah.
go. Seriously, I'm willing to let
So
him. Yeah.
That
And
is the
he's the right
situation.
footer, so the person who can replace the Sassi in the team. Someone who can play
Well,
like a centre back and a right back, like and who is very aggressive. That's the profile that the team is missing now. Because the reason why the coach is playing him is that he's the even I think
only
Fofana himself
aggressor.
described that he and Cohen are cat and dog, and that is
Yeah,
how any proper centre back pairing should be.
should
He's
be.
always like the hot-headed guy, always going there, and then Cohen is meant to be clearing and cleaning up and mopping up for him. But
Yeah, just
it
like
looks
the
like
Van Dijk Konaté situation.
yes. So now that he's not really someone that we can rely on looking at his injury record. So I
Mm.
think that's the one position that we need now. And I don't even know who is on the market now that we can go for in that position. Who is an aggressor, a centre back? It's tough. People were saying Araho and all that, but I don't know. I don't watch La Liga much, so I don't even know. But it is a problem. I think let's move on
It,
from there. Let's move on from there.
it really
Um,
is. It really is.
yeah,
We hope we
and I learned that after a certain divorce, a certain player is rejuvenated and he's firing on all cylinders. He's and the role that he's playing in the team, people don't realize it is the hardest in Maresca's system.
mm,
Before this particular system that Maresca is playing, the hardest was what's the name? Gusto playing right back and then a 10. And then now that we has changed the system a bit, the hardest is Enzo playing as a number 8 and then number 10 at the same time. So
yeah.
the role that he's playing, I think he knew that he needed to focus on football. He needed time to
Oh
focus
man.
on football. The guy divorced and then he's like, look at the goal that go take them to the goal.
Well, it's quite unfortunate, but matters of the pitch, we can't really delve into it, and it's not something that we're supposed to be talking about. But it always good. Like remember we had the same situation where I think in the season about two or three, even including Abramovich or something, almost all of their wives divorced them or they divorced. I don't know, about 4 or 5 years back, and the worst of it all was Kepa. I don't know if you remember after his
Yeah,
heartbreak with his girlfriend. Things didn't get the way like get to how they used to be, and he couldn't keep a cool head, and then I think that's what landed him in this situation with Bournemouth going on loan on several occasions. With Enzo, I think it has done him more good than harm because after that he has rejuvenated himself. He's doing what we all expect him to do, like the the Enzo of
the
the
World
the
Cup,
world.
Enzo.
Yes,
Yes,
we are seeing him like coming on, taking on players, distributing passes, shooting. Like I was saying, when Enzo Maresca told the players that they have to be arriving in the box all the time, after he gave that interview, we've seen two major improvements, especially with Mudrik and Enzo. And Enzo for the past 3 or 4 games has consistently been on the sheet, either scoring or assisting. So for me, it's really surprising how he has rejuvenated himself and how he's enjoying it, playing as a 8 and in the next minute playing as a 10, coming into to fill those pockets of spaces behind Jackson and Palmer drifting to the left or right. I think it's something good that we have to commend Maresca for, because it's like he's bringing the best out of everybody. Almost
yes,
everybody is playing good football now, and that is
yes.
what we want in a manager. That is what we want to see our players do all the time. So good goal with a half volley, man. It was a sweet shot. He knew,
I
he
think so.
knew, he knew.
This is the half volley that we are seeing this season from Chelsea. The one from
Yeah,
Jackson and then the one from Enzo. So I
yes.
think Maresca is doing a good job. And one thing that I saw before we go to Palmer's goal, he obviously gave an assist to what's the name,
Enzo,
Enzo. But then before that, what I was thinking was this team is no more relying on Palmer.
which is a good thing.
Yes. And then Papa was like, come on, man, you still need me. And he
You
came up
still need, you
clutch
still need
with
me.
a goal that you could see that the entire 11 was so happy because they want their man to
Yes,
be on top. It's like they are saying that you have to be the main man, whether you like it or not.
or
Whether we
not?
are
Yeah,
improving, whether we are evolving or not, you still have to be the main man. And then that goal, I think it made Aston Villa's players like they realized that nah, there's nothing we could
It's
do.
done.
It's
It's
over.
finished.
But there's
Yeah.
one thing I'm sure most Chelsea fans will not want to hear, and I'm sure you might not even want to hear. The connection between Madueke and Palmer. We are all forgetting that the two of them, whenever they play together, it is a different ball game. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. They have a connection that they've played for a long time together, so they know each other so well. And it was
Yeah.
not surprising that he's the one that gave the assist to Palmer. But we all
Yeah.
don't
With
want Madueke, but then it looks like there's something there that when he plays, Palmer plays better. Or am I the only one seeing that?
you are not the only one seeing that. Players make players better. There are certain players when they play, they complement each other. But I don't know if you really paid attention in the first half when Chelsea were pressing. I think Jackson and Sancho were lagging, and I saw Palmer close to what's his name, Neto, asking them to move on, continue to attack. This is what Madueke does. Madueke will not wait for him to be told to move and attack the ball. Go to the goalkeeper's post, attack them from that position, and you might get something. And you can see that. That is what got us the indirect kick in the first half, right?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
always pouncing on them. Once they give the balls in those areas, if you are able to get a clean tackle, the worst you could get out of that is a foul, and it's not in that very dangerous position where you can hurt your team unless you slip off and maybe there's a quick kick of the ball. So with Palmer and Madueke, it has been there since the beginning of the season. They've come together very well. They are doing so many things together, and it stems back from not now. It was back in the days in the under 19 or 20 or so.
Of
So it's
England,
it's
yeah.
been like that. Yes, it's been like that. So it's not really surprising. Palmer assisting Madueke or Madueke assisting Palmer. If a player compliments you that well, that is awesome. That is why people want Madueke to always be around. But there's one issue with Madueke that we are all trying to resolve. I hope him coming on from the bench will really help.
Okay. Okay, so as we've talked about everything, so who was your man of the match? Who was your man of
If
the match?
if you ask me, it's a difficult one to take between Caicedo and Cucurella, but I'll give it to Cucurella. He was so like everything he had was perfect. Going
Okay.
forward,
Mm-hmm.
filling those pockets of spaces, playing those passes, filling in for Caicedo when he goes up to join the attack. Man, Cucurella was so good. He was so good.
For me, my man of the match is surprising for you guys, but it is Enzo Maresca. He was the man of the match. He was look, this
Of
guy,
course.
he reminds me of Mourinho, not his style of play, but Mourinho's ability to read the game, to know who to bring on, to know
Yeah.
how to tactically adjust to
What
his
the game
opponent
needs.
and all that.
Yeah.
So, sometimes when I remember when we had Mourinho, we'll be having discussions in the house and talking about football and say, oh, you wish this person would play another. The next game you see this, that's exactly what
And that's
Mourinho would
yeah.
do. And finally, Chelsea have a tactical manager that understands and read the game and is not afraid to make changes. He's not afraid to tweak things. He's willing to try. And oh my goodness! And he said something in the presser before the match that all that he needs from the players is that for them to listen to him. Because he has so many things in his tools. He has so many plans that he has. He has so many things that he's willing to do that is going to help them score more goals and win more matches. That is a coach with confidence. You see,
Yeah.
just don't think. Listen to me. That is all that I want. That is all. And I
And
don't think that's
it's
what
it's
Pochettino.
good.
Yeah, speak. Go
It's
ahead.
it's good that we have variety of players who can fill in different positions, right? And we have tournaments that are making everybody like feel that they are involved. You have the conference where we have a whole different set of players playing. The Premier League where you have different set of players playing, and when you perform well elsewhere, you are especially in conference, you are given the chance to prove yourself, right? Just like in the case for Felix, in the case for Neto, Mudrik is also entering that squad. Enzo at a point where he was benched, he wasn't really doing much. he also got it, right? So it's always good when you have the tools and you are able to use them well. And Enzo Maresca has proven to us that he is the right man for the job. You can't be, as a Chelsea fan at this particular moment, you can't be any happier because you are getting results. Even when you don't get the results, you feel at least we've tried. There were positives in the game that we can take from. So at this point in time, it's very good to be a Chelsea fan. We are cruising, man.
Okay, so I went to have a glimpse at the table, and then the only reason why we are third is because Arsenal starts with an A.
Of course, you're always
This
on
is the
top of the
only
league.
reason why we are third.
What class?
Beginning of the season, Arsenal is always first because of they start with an A.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So clearly, a team that is vying for the league and a team that is vying for top four, and we are on the same point and same goal difference. It shows that this team. So, do you think we are actually getting the top four this season? Is it certain, or top three is what we are aiming for? What do you think?
Like you said, we will refer to the previous comments we made. Like Maresca said, listen to me. If the players are willing to listen and they are willing to do it as he says it, there shouldn't be any reason why we won't make top four. If we try very well, we should. I want to see that in the second round of games, we learn from our mistakes, especially against the big side. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Man City. We should really learn our lessons, look at what we did wrong and what we can improve on the games we had. Because the Man U game we're supposed to win, the Liverpool game we're supposed to win. Even the Arsenal game, at a point in time, you felt you were supposed to come on top. But the amateurish thing about us is always killing us. The defense not being so sure how to do stuff. Our goalkeeper always on top of our nerves. Like it's those things that they have to listen to the gaffer about. If they do, there's no way we shouldn't be up there. I think that is
Okay.
it.
Okay, so fans, Chelsea fans, I want to see your comments. Let us know. We want to know the fans that actually, are the best fans on this platform. We want to know because we'll be doing the United exclusive as well. We'll be doing the Liverpool exclusive as well. So we want to see Chelsea fan comment. Are we getting the third, or we are actually going for second? Because I don't even see that Man City they might lose and end up in fifth. So let's see what is going to happen. It's always a pleasure to serve you guys. See you again the same time next week. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.